Good morning, guys. It's another beautiful day in real estate. So I am sitting in the Starbucks parking lot. I'm about to go in and grab my coffee, but I had to share this thought before I lost it. That's just the way my memory works. So this morning I made a post about watching the moves of others, right? Stop doing that and begin to make moves of your own. And then somebody sent me a message and said, oh my goodness, I just wrote a journal entry about this morning. Please pray for me. And so I was prompted to give her a call. So we had this discussion, but I had to run to Instagram to come and share some of the things that I was talking to her about on the phone with you guys, because I think this is so vital. And I talk about this a lot. So I believe that many of us have the purpose and the use, what we use social media for. I believe many of us have it twisted. A lot of us, we use it so that we can see what other people are doing. We use it so that we can, get an inside look of what our peers are doing, particularly in business. And let me tell you why we need to change that. Because it goes from, wow, look at what they're doing. It's so great. It's phenomenal, to, man, what am I doing? Man, what I'm doing over here isn't as great. Man, it turns into comparison very quickly if you're not careful. And as entrepreneurs, if you're an entrepreneur and you're listening to this, it is one thing to use it initially, right? Just to get a template, just to get a draft, or to get a template of what someone else is doing, perhaps that has more experience, someone that actually has an example that you can appreciate. That's okay, because when I first got into the industry, I remember looking at maybe 2 or 3 agents that really inspired me, young black girls. I'm like, they are magic, And once I got the groove, because here's the thing now, what I love about social media too, it can educate you if you're using it for the right reasons. If the people that you admire, or you look at them as mentors, if you look at them and if you listen to them long enough, you'll figure out the game. You'll figure out how to use this social media tool as a marketing avenue, right? Once you understand, and once you've gotten a template or a draft of what needs to be done, then it's important at that point to cut it off. Why? So that you can begin to hear your own thoughts at that point. So now that you have the template, right, it's your job then to fill it in with you. One thing about me, I'm such a creative, and God is always downloading and giving me ideas of my own, so much so. And I've always wanted to be a standard. I've always wanted to be unique. I remember in high school, let me tell you something about me. In high school, everybody had on Air Force Ones. That was just a tennis shoe for Douglas High School 2005, right? Everybody loves Air Force Ones. Well, because everybody was wearing Air Force Ones, I never owned a pair, because I've always wanted to do something that was uniquely me. As a matter of fact, I went so far as I used to wear Nike soccer shoes. They were so cute. They were different and nobody else was doing it. So I've never been one to feel like in order to fit in, I needed to do exactly what someone else was doing. And many of us, we have that mentality here on social media. And many of us, we have that mentality. We think that the roadmap to success is doing exactly what someone else is doing. And I'm saying that mindset is really doing you a disservice, and it's doing you an injustice for your business and for your growth. Because here's the thing, the reason why you have to get to a point where you can mute these accounts of the people that no longer inspire you, because once you start to compare, you're then not inspired. So it's point you have to have enough wisdom to cut it off, so that you can hear your own thoughts, and so that you can do what God has placed in your heart. If you're so dead set on worrying about how someone else is doing it, you will feel like what God has asked you to do is wrong, right? But here's the beautiful thing about when you get an assignment from God. It will look different, it will feel different, and it will be uniquely you, because you are fearfully and wonderfully made. And God is so big God is so beautiful. God is so wonderful. God created each and every last one of us, and every last one of us has something different. Every last one of us has something unique that we can bring into a situation, and it doesn't look like exactly like what someone else does. Do you know that your fingerprint is, and everybody has their own fingerprint? I want you to think about that. That's what you are in the business. Everybody got fingers, but your fingerprint is your fingerprint. Woo! And I don't care if it's just a little tilt to the side. That's the unique thing that you're going to bring to the market, that's going to make you rich, that's going to make you successful. But you got to get out of comparison. And if you can't just snap out of a comparison on your own, learn how to use the mute button. Learn how to use the mute button on Instagram. The mute button will help you snap out of comparison. And I dare you, that's my assignment today. I dare you to give yourself 6 months, 6 to 12 months of maniacally focusing on the desires, on the ideas, on the things that you have bubbling over inside of you, and execute that thing and run with it with a level of excellence, and watch the end result. Watch what deciding that I'ma do me. You just do you, and I'ma do me. Watch what that mindset does for you. I'm telling you, it pays dividends. Have a good day.